Hola. You probably remember from the present tense that we have a lot of verbs that change a vowel, an E or an O. An E can change to IE, or an E can change to I, and an O can change to UE. I have set an example in front of you so that you can hopefully remember what that was. For example, the verb preferir changes the E right before the ending, and it changes into IE in all of the different forms, except in the nosotros form. Now, why am I reminding you this? Because all of those verbs that had that type of irregularity in the present tense that end in IR are going to have an irregularity in the preterite. Let me say that again. All of the verbs ending in IR that had an irregularity in the present tense are going to have an irregularity in the preterite. However, in the preterite, that change will always be a one-letter change, and the change will only occur in the third person singular and plural. So in the chart you see in front of you, you see the verb preferir in the present tense, and it is conjugated out for you. And in the preterite, you're seeing the verb that does not undergo an E to IE change anymore. It will only undergo an E to I change. And it only happens in the third person singular and plural. So the conjugation for the verb preferir will be yo preferí, tú preferiste, él prefirió, with an I. Nosotros preferimos, ellos prefirieron, with an I. Remember, we also have verbs that in the present tense change from O to UE, such as the verb morir. Now, because this is a verb that ends in IR, it's going to undergo the same type of change that preferir underwent, where it's only going to change one letter. In the present tense, it went through a two-letter change, O to UE. In the preterite, it's only going to change one letter. So in the preterite, it's going to be morí, moriste, murió, morimos, murieron. Note that that third person underwent that one letter change from O to U. Also remember that in the present tense, we had some verbs that only changed one letter, and they're going to be changing that one letter. For example, the verb servir in the present tense only changed its E to the I in all forms except the nosotros. So it's going to have that same E to I change, but again, only in the third person singular plural. So the conjugation for this verb will be serví, serviste, sirvió, servimos, sirvieron. Again, note that the I change is only occurring in that third person form. So you have to remember that when you have your present tense verbs and you remember all those irregularities, you will only carry an irregularity if that verb ends in IR in the preterite.